Alright, it's all for it. Let's get into it. What we talking about today?
We got jazz rap, you know what I'm saying?
So, to talk about jazz rap, let's talk about what the fuck is jazz.
True.
Y'all all heard jazz before. There's actually no way you haven't heard jazz, but basically originated New Orleans and New York. And then but like the majority of it, it's a culmination of different cultures, but from I'm just gonna kind of just cliff note it, but basically West African slaves came in, a lot of culture from that, and then once they were slavery was abolished, a lot of them got jobs as musicians, and then so the genres known as blues and ragtimes, those are like kind of the precursors to jazz itself.
Yeah. And then there's the whole Harlem Renaissance that came about when a lot of people moved up to Harlem, because in the North, it was free of slavery. There was a lot of breakout in like art and different culture within the city of New York, and that goes hand in hand with the breakout of hip hop years later. You know what I mean?
And then the most notable nigga is Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, of course. As far as samples too, it's probably one of the most sampled artists too.
All right, and you know what I'm saying? Some of the most sampled artists that y'all can think of, it would be like Quincy Jones, you know what I'm saying? Louis Davidson, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. George Benson, Miles Davis. Donald Byrd, James Brown, all these people that even with like the Far Side, Tribe Called Quest, like they're sampling these people. Like there's just a lot of influence from these kind of artists.
Yeah. And at the time, like in hip hop too, the most popular types of samples wasn't jazz, so it made like all these artists like a completely different, like sort of cooler sound to it. Because you mentioned James Brown, that was more like on the funk end. Mm-hmm. Like the funky drummer was being used for like everything and like all these different funk beats. Then it took I feel like other artists take the jazz route and started hitting like the Quincy Jones, Miles Davis, and taking completely
different bass lines into it, Yeah, but I even see like instances where like James Brown is sampled to make a jazz beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's more
I see. And that's even just like like more like in the sense of like the culture of jazz. Like we're just gonna use some funk shit to make some jazz out of it.
Yeah, so pretty much I'll say in the late what's called 1980s, pretty much groups like Stetsasonic and then like DJ Premier and Guru, they're kind of like more the like kind of pioneer, just like using just jazz, of course jazz samples with more traditional hip hop sounding beats, of course, like that. And then you had like once it hit, like, cause it's kind of short, so it's like 89 is like when what's it called, Stetsasonic and stuff like that came out, and then literally like 91 is when you had literally like the low end theory. So you literally Tribe Called Quest literally came like 2 years after. Yeah. So you had Tribe Called Quest, the Native Tongue, so De La Soul, and what's called Jungle Brothers.
Well, yeah, basically once Tribe is out, they sort of token the jazz rap sound. Low End Theory comes out after their first album, which already had a few jazz samples. Then Low End Theory just kind of covered in them. Inspires like a lot of new artists coming up that like inspired them as well. Like
so people at that time. So of course you had the Roots, you had Slum Village, you had Camp Low, and then
the Far Side.
Yeah, add your guys in if you want.
De La Soul.
Diggable Planets. I like never.
Digital Planets.
Okay, I thought it was that.
I thought
it was that.
Okay.
I like read it and I was like, damn, maybe I don't know.
I hope I don't even think you said diggable, bro. But
digital.
What? Whatever. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But you just moving more to like Guru,
and then also what's called not DJ Premier, but what's it called, Gangstar. Like Gangstar, you can
they
definitely put
a
Gangstar
good amount
in there.
of like jazz sort of.
Oh, and then if we're putting there, what's his name? The Talib Kweli Black Star. You can kind of.
Yeah, that's true. I think that in general just made that whole wave of hip, because then that's like people like Black Star and Guru and everything, like Gangstar and everything. That was sort of the wave after that. Once the idea of jazz rap came in and it wasn't so much like fast-paced funk samples and drum breaks, the whole idea of like cool, like laid-back rapping, laid-back beats.
They always wanted to be cool, laid back, and also they're I feel like those type of people, they're always enthralled with the idea of being an MC. Like that's a very constant between.
Because it's like a very like instrumental way of looking at it. That's very like jazz oriented. Yeah. Like, bruh, honestly, I'm a completely blank on the name. We might have to come back and look it up, type shit.
Common.
Common.
Yeah, I almost forgot to say Common.
But what's that? There's that West Coast group that has like the really fast rapping, like it's almost like jazz singing, like but they're rapping. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Like they would have like rap battles
Zapp
almost,
and
but
Roger?
it was like
No.
nah, it was like a
it's
group.
not.
No, but like the sound. Like I was trying to like.
Oh,
Well, honestly,
yeah.
we'll pop it up on the
But-
screen. Shout out them. There was just a lot of that sort of jazz culture being involved in hip hop that was already just instilled in it. So people were having like jazz battles, more like not battles, but more like almost like jam sessions back and forth with each other. And that whole idea of just like that laid back, cool, more like instrumental look at hip hop starts to take over. I feel like.
So, like, just more in a sense, like, even kind of some of the modern artists that be doing that kind of jazz rap scene. Like, you got Joey Badass. You know what I'm saying? Mac Miller.
I'm going Mac Homie. Gotta
That's
go.
true. Yeah,
That's
a lot
my.
of-
That's
Mac
my.
Homie?
That's my Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Represent for the Haitians
Yeah.
out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And that
okay.
goes for a lot of that scene. I feel like that's sort of like
Oh yeah, Mike.
Even
Mike,
art,
yeah, Mike
rap,
and them
yeah.
probably fall
Mike.
under it.
that and like Boldy James and
New Jabez.
like
New
that.
Job,
that,
New Job is a big
that
one.
Alchemist album or EP that dropped that has a few of it has like Boldy James, Mavi, oh my god, what's their name? It was like I'm blanking, but basically it had a few of like that scene of like that sort of like underground like really like lyrical rap that's starting to really make a comeback with those types of beats and like the Alchemist and almost like I don't want to say Griselda, but even just like that
No,
style
yeah.
of beat
Mac
making.
Mac Homie's on Griselda.
Yeah, that's
so I
true,
feel like
yeah.
Griselda's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like that idea of just like very instrumental beat making was and putting like the lyrics first. I feel like is coming back.
Even like Tyler and Chance the Rapper, I'd say like have their own kind of take on like the jazz kind of sound
for sure.
and do their own kind of thing with that. Tyler big on like even Flower Boy, you know what I'm saying?
You get, I mean, he's
I
like
think the new
he's
one,
like a
Call Me If
trained
You Get
fucking
Lost.
musician too. Like he has that like piano sort of
Yeah,
like
he
mindset.
does
you
his
know
own
what I mean?
keyboarding
Yeah.
shit,
Like
so,
he
yeah.
understands like jazz and chord progressions and all that. That's important. And I feel like that also brings in like we mentioned the Roots a minute ago.
Oh yeah, the
There's
Roots
a
are
lot
really
of
big.
like
The
sort
Roots
of
are really big.
like inspired groups from there, like Bad Bad Not Good. I mentioned, out to mention, they have an album with like Ghostface Killah and stuff. Those like where it's a band. Butcher Brown band is making a lot of beats right now. It's like whole jazz bands or like funk groups that are just making beats for hip hop artists because like it's all hand in hand. Like if you're real about your art, like you're gonna go through with like any sort of music.
And like kind of a little off topic, but not. I feel like that also kind of leads into people like Thundercat and like Kamasi Washington. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kind of being like, cause like I feel
I mean,
like
that's all, like,
Topanga is
the
like a
funk
really good.
side.
You know what I'm saying? Like a really
Yeah.
good. Like he gets a lot of actual real just jazz people actually to work on his stuff. You know what I'm saying? And of course Thundercat isn't actually a musician as well. But I'm saying like when Thundercat's more helping, I'm not talking about his own stuff, but type shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's bringing that connect between a lot of the modern, just like instrumental artists and all that, come and connect with the hip hop artists, the rappers. It's a pretty cool scene coming up.
So what would you say like are like some of the main projects like if you're trying to put someone on jazz rap, like what are you saying? Obviously we're gonna say Low End Theory, you already brought it up, but
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh yeah, of course. Do you like know like maybe one or two tracks off the top of your head that like are just super jazzy? Of course the entire project is, but
What's that one? Damn. It's like it's towards the end, but I want to say maybe even just what's the last track? Damn. I'm fumbling on that.
it's after I. Why can't I think? Because it's You Ain't Gotta Lie, then it's I.
Mortal Man.
Mortal Man. It is Mortal Man.
Yeah.
Facts.
No, Mortal Man. Heavy jazz.
Complexion?
Complexion.
The dick,
No, complexion is funk. Like I say.
Okay. Mhm.
His dick ain't free. That whole thing is all like that super
Yeah,
fast
actually,
jazzy
For
like
Free is
Mhm.
real jazz.
Okay,
For
yeah.
Free
No, I
is
like that
jazzy.
one too.
So those, one of the common albums. What is it called? B. That's another
B,
good
but
one.
Okay.
water like chocolate too, you know?
Nigga, like don't act like all of his music be like
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you gotta just pick one.
And then Jasmine Taz, Guru, he literally...
Yeah.
Okay, so those albums are literally him finding jazz composers and literally putting albums together. So it's like...
That's fire. No,
That's
I
like
listened to that
literally-
album and it is
There's like
actually
3 volumes, bro.
yeah, and it's just him spitting like the jazziest shit over it. It's actually
And then
cool
his
as
big
fuck.
one is
Rest
Lounging.
in peace. What's up?
A Lounging, like the
Oh,
big song,
yeah.
like that's off the first volume. And then
Model Soul by New Job.
Model Soul,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
love
saying?
it.
What
Samurai
would you
Champloo.
say would be
Bro,
the
you can't
songs
make
off
me
that album?
pick. You can't make me pick.
You made me pick for the To Pimp. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to recollect on that one.
Damn, that's actually a really good question. Real quick, y'all do your thing, and then I'll find my track.
What's your input?
I mean, I was gonna say a good. I wouldn't even say older, like 2010s, like sort of bringing up that like sort of drumless, just choppy like jazz samples. Rock Marciano, Marsburg, his first album, that's a really good, just underground mixtape that is like dumb fire, completely slept on, like crazy bars, super cool jazz, sort of just chopped up samples. I would even say, bro, like shit like College Dropout, like some Kanye albums. Like there's the like Late, that shit is so jazzy where it's like dun, but it like what's it called, like slows down and that bass line comes in, it's like dun 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 dun. Like that shit is crazy. Like that shit like it's like you basically like you don't hear any like swing drums or nothing on it, but you can almost feel it. You know what I mean? Just from like the way it like picks up like that.
Just the rhythms, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Kanye's real big on the jazz samples.
I would even say maybe some of the 1999 songs off of like Joey Badass.
True.
It's so weird with
New
York
But
rap
the
because it's so hand in hand.
His
you know
newest
what I'm saying?
album though, 2000, was like a beautiful example of that. Like the first, like I feel like it really set that vibe because he did say, like you said, it was hand in hand. It's hand in hand. Just in New York culture, hearing that sort of jazz sample, but even just like the intro to the album was so beautiful. It's just like that really classic jazz piano, and just snaps like in the background, and him just spitting his little intro verse.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Just basically popping his shit like I'm back. You know what I mean?
You find the track?
Damn, I was hoping you recognized.
Damn.
You know I remember.
I think I'll go like Thank You with Pawnee B maybe.
Okay.
Because it's like some of the tracks, because of course you listen to some of his tracks are jazz. Because I don't know, like some of them aren't jazz, so I can't say like See a Cloud and Flowers. I don't think those.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, but those are my favorite tracks, but those aren't jazz. So I'm gonna go Thank You, but Black Radio. I want to talk about Black Radio. Robert Glasper.
I think
no,
there's two of them. So the Black Radio one.
I'm just talking about the first one. It's a little bit more known, the 2012 one.
Yeah.
I mean, the features, bro. Like I literally just peeped
Yeah,
that shit today. The Erykah Badu feature was stupid. I listened. Really, half that song was just like, what the hell? Like this is gorgeous.
No, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy too, cause it's like these are the people. It's like, bro, how the fuck people don't like talk about them more, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean,
I just happen to like you. I think you found them, and then I happen to listen to them. I didn't find.
And
them.
then you mentioning him was the first I ever heard that name.
Yeah,
like,
literally, like why don't I know?
Hearing two songs, I was already like, why? Like what? Haven't I heard this?
Bro, it's just like it's a sound. We're gonna talk about this on the pod one day. It's like it's just a type of sound that just died out, and like people just appreciate music differently.
Yeah, but the people who do appreciate it, I feel like that scene is still very strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
like it's the same as the underground, bro, and that's not like what it used to be. It used to be really honestly just
since we have
that's
the
true.
internet,
No, yeah, because honestly, I feel like we forget that like a lot of these like almost underground sort of genres that are around now used to be like in like top 10 radios and
like
shit.
it wasn't
like that.
vintage.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
mainstream. It was on the radio. So where y'all want jazz rap to go, or like where do you think it's gonna go sonically? You know what I'm saying, in the future?
Low key, man. I want. This is not gonna answer your question, but I want jazz rap to have niggas like Thundercat and JPEG Mafia to like create something.
I mean, Thundercat is like he got a little jazz funk.
I just want like.
No, I mean like jazz.
I want more like experimental, like very like harsh sounding. Like I wonder how that would sound.
You want harsh jazz?
I don't know. I
want some like Earl, but like that grungy, but like a grungy jazz. I feel like that.
If that sound's gonna exist, like like that's the most jazz shit you could do. You know what I mean? Like it's an experiment. That's what it's always been. Just trying to expand that sound.
Maybe.
No, not maybe, because even if it's ass, like it's still like that's all in the culture.
I feel like we already got all the smooth shit. You might as well just give me some crazy shit.
Even all smooth shit,
nigga. For like jazz is smooth and chill, nigga.
Bro, we ain't got all the smooth shit.
But I'm saying no. But even when smooth jazz was around, there was cokehead jazz and shit.
Do you listen to jazz? First of all, do you listen to jazz?
What do you listen to?
Listen to jazz?
What do you make?
You listen to jazz rap, nigga.
I like jazz.
I listen to jazz. I want more jazz.
I like jazz.
And then put that into some jazz.
No, but listen some. If you listen to like,
nigga said just put jazz in a jazz.
Listen, what you just said?
I said put jazz in the jazz rap.
Okay.
Because what are they gonna do? Sample the jazz song?
They did that already.
Yeah, I'm saying continue doing it. What?
But for the sound to but like for the sound to keep progressing, like Miles Davis wouldn't exist if he kept doing the same thing that like the OG like second line motherfuckers and like ragtime old school people were playing. Like it's gotta progress at some point.
They're not gonna mess with the sample differently or something like that. What are they gonna do when they make your experimental shit?
Even in the back in the days, there was like cool jazz, there was pop jazz, there was like the cokehead jazz, there was the super like bebop shit that was like crazy notes only for like people who were musicians. Like, bro, it's been had diversity. I mean, I see what Isaac is saying.
I don't know.
Yo,
I'm spitting facts.
is existing. I like started something, bro.
I'm spitting facts right now, and basically,
I don't know, but
basically, I see what Isaac's saying. Like that's definitely in the nature of jazz to go to some experimental shit, mix Thundercat and JPEG. But like in general, right now, I feel like a lot of where the jazz rap is going is that underground thing I mentioned earlier. Like the Alchemist is definitely putting on for those old jazzy samples, that sort of laid back, cool vibe.
yeah.
Whether you looking for it to go, where are you looking for it to go? Will?
I'm more with like, you know what I'm saying, the Alchemist side of things.
All
where
right,
it's like,
shit.
you know what I'm saying, just a little bit more laid back. I don't want like Death Grips Thundercat to exist, and
Who
that's
said
what
Death Grips?
that's
Who
what
said Death Grips?
this nigga said JPEG, and I already know
JPEG is
like
not Death Grips,
somebody
no.
going.
This nigga's like brass.
So like, give me some like crazy ass smooth sounding shit.
Yeah, you gonna get it
Cause I want,
you definitely
I want it to sound like, I want it to be some jazz.
You gonna get it, bro. You been getting that shit. Keep it
Bro, you want your ears to hurt, nigga? Like stop lying.
Listen, you do also advocate for Flying Lotus. If we fuck with
bro.
Flying Lotus, we can fuck
Bro.
with JPEG Thundercat.
How many Flying Lotus tapes do your ears honestly hurt that much? You know what I'm saying? Like you got 2.
Bro, what's that a question,
Out of
nigga?
Out of
Why is that a question?
Out of 7. 2 out of 7.
What?
That's a good ass rate.
Alright, bro. I think that's it.
Well, that's the
So
episode.
that's
y'all.
jazz rap.
Catch us next week. Remember to like and subscribe, please. It'll help
Like
us
and
a ton.
subscribe.
See y'all. Yeah.
Wait, we still doing albums of the week,
Oh
nigga?
shit. Albums of the week next. Alright, albums of the week. I almost forgot about that shit again. So
I'm gonna go first.
yeah, we're gonna have Will go first this time.
You know what I'm saying? Apollo 21 by Steve Lacy,
Okay.
2019. I like that album. I don't know if these niggas listen to it. It seemed like they ain't listen to it.
You
But
tryna? Never mind.
my favorite song is In Lust. In Lust, We Trust. And I ain't gonna cap. I kind of want to pull out another one, just cause these niggas
Damn, this
don't.
nigga didn't listen to it. He got.
They don't fuck with it. So
Basement Jack is my shit though.
Inside. I'm picking Inside.
Inside, baby.
No, did you pick it like for
I want you inside. Oh my bad.
Particular reason, or you just like the album?
I picked it just because I like the
Oh, he
album
was flexing,
and
bro.
I like Steve Lacy and
That's cool.
Inside.
No, yeah, that's the reason. That's
Basement Jack the best song though.
I ain't say I ain't like it.
Oh, I'm just saying it's the best song. I'm
best?
making.
I mean, that's
I'm making a proclamation.
The best? We're gonna talk about that one day.
Okay.
So Will's reason is pretty much the reason I picked my album of the week. I just like the album. I listened to it a lot this week just because I like it. So Me, Myself, and I by Bash for the World. It's I don't know, it's cool. Notable tracks were like Who You at the end. That one's fire. That song's fire. 50 and 0. I don't know how you say that. 50 0. You feel me? That one's good.
You said that
Can't read.
It's like 50-0. The fuck? Alright. Yeah,
50 and 0.
50 and 0.
Yeah, you're 50 up.
Damn right. Alright, so that came out like 2020.
Yeah, this nigga likes words, bro. It's fine. It's fine.
So what's your album of the week, Isaac?
Bro, I want to say Lil Yachty meme so bad right now. Alright, so mine is Indica by Kid Cudi. And I really did this because, like, I love this album, but that nigga been getting bullied recently, so I'm gonna try to like help that nigga out. You know, Kanye stands.
Himself, bro.
Oh no, yeah, honestly, no, he's really not. He's really not. But I'm still going like that nigga still he's still put on in my childhood.
No,
so I can't really disrespect.
He a goat. Like no matter what, he a goat.
Like
sure.
Unfuckwittable, King Wizard, Immortal, and then funny enough, one of my top songs on this is Red Eye with Haim. Actually,
it's a banger.
Actually, like
What do you mean weirdly? Like that's a banger.
I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about that song when I talk about this album.
Bees.
Yeah, Bees is pretty
Bees
good.
is fire. And Jizza, I think.
Oh, Afterwards, Bring Your Friends. I actually really like that.
It had to grow on me. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh no.
Just because of the what's the feature on there? It's literally just a feature, and I was just kind of like,
Michael B. Jordan? Nigga?
No, it was not Michael B. Jordan, nigga.
I don't know. This looks like Michael B. Jordan. No cap.
Unless he a singer.
Damn, how you pull this shit up?
That album had a good atmosphere though. I say just like all the songs had like a good like general cohesive.
Michael Bolton and King Chip. Is it King Chip?
I think it's Michael Bolton.
Okay. Because I was about to say King Chip. What King Chip was like all over this tape.
No. It was Michael Bolton.
Brothers is actually low key like another one I really fucked with. Yeah.
What's the song with Kendrick?
Solo Dolo.
Part
I really
2.
like that one. Part 2, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
That was the episode.
Yo, stop bullying Kid Cudi, bro. That nigga said he gonna retire, dog. Like, bro, that's bad, bro. Like, damn.
Actually, no. Kid Cudi is the type of artist.
Like,
he's the type of artist to actually do it.
Cause, bro, he's always been kind of emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? So after them water bottles got, thrown in his way, bro, that shit a wrap,
You
bro.
ain't have to bring up the water bottles.
I ain't gonna cap.
Pray for Cudi.
Nigga, he said, y'all not gonna throw that water at me. You're not gonna throw the water at me.
That's so crazy.
Boosh.